How's everybody on YouTube doing? Hope you're doing well. We come at you from the ranch here at the Pickles Farms. We're doing well with the watermelon. We're picking everything up. Picking everything up. We're doing pretty good. I'm gonna change the topic just a bit, and I hope the wind is not getting to you. I hope the wind's not getting to you. I'm preparing for my vacation, which is gonna come in a few weeks. It's counting down. I had a nightmare problem involving of trying to get a flight ticket, a decent flight ticket. Everybody in the forums, even on Facebook forums, have kept saying, buy tickets directly from the airline. Well, it's okay if you're a billionaire. I looked at, for example, United Airlines. A trip that would take me to where I'm going would cost me about $7,000 to $8,000 economy. Where if you go to I guess the trusted one that you think you can trust would come out to about maybe between $1,400 to $2,400. You know, the way the economy is right now, the way the gasoline prices and so forth. You know, something decent. Well, I wasn't gonna go directly to the airlines. It's kind of hard, and I know it's kind of damn if you do, damn if you don't. Well, with me, I started out with one flight ticket that ended up being canceled. It ended up being canceled because they removed that flight. Where basically I had already bought the ticket, but they said we're gonna refund your money because after doing an inventory, we ended up selling one ticket over. I thought these things were computerized. I thought they would know that if it fills up all the seats in an airplane, it's full already. They can't sell that ticket anymore. For some reason or another, it was already full, so they refund the money. Okay, that's fine. But the problem was is that from my hometown to, say, for example, Fiji. From my hometown to Fiji would cost me close to $4,000. But if I took it from Houston, Texas, it would only cost me about $1,400. So do you see the difference in price? That if I lived down here in the, for example, let's just say Austin area, and I go to Houston, or if I take up from Austin to Fiji, it's $4,000. But if I take up from Houston to Fiji, it's only $1,400. 1400, the cheapest price. Why? I have no idea why the airlines would want to do something so stupid as that. But okay, I bought the flight from Austin to Houston separately from the flight, the $1,400 flight that would take me from Houston to Fiji. So that's the ticket that would reimburse back, but I could not get the ticket from Austin to Houston. That was a separate ticket. That one was done with Booking.com. Do not go to that site, Booking.com. If you're gonna want tickets, do not do business with Booking.com. They will rip you off. They pretty much said, we're not gonna pay you back. And not only are we not going to pay you back, but we're having problems with our line, and they disconnected me twice. I went and found a dispute with my credit card. It was going to take several weeks to try to resolve it. They weren't able to resolve it either. They refused to even pay the bank. That's how crooked they are. Do not do business with Booking.com. Okay, I figure. You know what? I want to go Cheapoair.com. Cheapoair. I've done business with them. I've flown twice in the past years. You know, back in 2012, back in 2010. I used to get tickets from Cheapoair, and everything was fine. Something went wrong here, where I bought the ticket. Now, since I couldn't get credit or reimbursement for the local flight from Austin to Houston, I lost that. That was $332 that I lost, pretty much. So I had to go and buy that ticket again for the same reason that I cannot fly from Austin to Fiji. It's too expensive. I had to buy a separate ticket now. Okay, so I bought the separate ticket. It was on a different date now, because if it would have been the same date, I would have just honored that ticket and not requested for it to be canceled. I would have just kept it. But it's for a different date. So I get a separate ticket from Austin to Houston. Separate ticket, $300 and some. So from Houston to Fiji, the price went up. It wasn't $1,400 anymore, but now it was $2,200. Okay. No, it was $1,800. $1,800. So lo and behold, everything's going smooth. I have confirmation of the tickets. Everything's being emailed to me. Everything's confirmed. And then I start booking hotels. You know, but I'm kind of smart at that, because I bought the ones that would have a full refund in case at the last minute I wouldn't be able to get into that hotel. I would be fully refunded. So I bought hotels that would be fully refunded. What I couldn't get a full refund is that there were 3 tours that I was going to do for scuba diving. Well, guess what? I get an email from Asiana Airlines. Asiana Airlines. They are the connecting flight, because I'm going from Houston to Seoul, South Korea, and from there I was going to pick up Asiana Airlines to go to Fiji. Guess what? Asiana Airlines cancels. They're like, wait a minute, you can't cancel. I already booked everything. They canceled on me. We're sorry for the inconvenience. He said, no, I don't forgive you. You just ruined my whole vacation again. So now Asiana Airlines not only ruined my vacation, but they refused to give my money back also. Now they're saying, no, we're going to keep your money. But I wasn't the one that canceled. It was you that canceled. You, Asiana Airlines, are the one that canceled. So you know what? I paid Cheapoair the money. They gave the money to Asiana Airlines. So now the person I'm supposed to be hollering at is Cheapoair. They sent an email saying that it would take 30 to 60 days. They're lying. They're lying up their butt like you have no freaking idea, because a few days ago, I checked on the status to see what's going on, and they said they'll only give me credit. I said, no. This is money that I got from a credit card, and I ain't put that money back. I never requested credit. I want that money refunded back, and it wasn't my fault. It's Asiana's fault. But because it's Asiana's fault, and you are sending me the tickets, representing Asiana Airlines, you are responsible, Cheapoair. You are responsible for the money. Everything had to be canceled. I lost not only the next ticket from Austin to Houston, but I lost the 3 tours of scuba diving in Fiji, because the hotels, they refunded my money back. They kept their word. But the company that has not kept their word is Cheapoair, in lieu of Asiana Airlines. They refused to give me my money back. now I'm coming up to a third ticket. Luckily, I did not cancel my local flight from Austin to Houston on that second ticket. I kept it because I found another ticket for the same dates. Except the only thing is that I'm gonna have to repay for those 3 tours again. It's about $600. So I'm out $600. Well, I'm gonna have to fork over another $600 for those tours. So I'm getting a new ticket, but now this one's gonna take me. Actually, I still have the ticket from Austin to Houston. This is gonna take me from Houston, Korean Airlines. It's gonna take me to Atlanta, Georgia. From Atlanta, Georgia, I get a connecting flight directly to Seoul, South Korea. From Seoul, South Korea, it takes me directly to Fiji. Those connecting flights. Coming on the way back from Fiji, South Korea again, and then but this is gonna throw me off completely. I go all the way to Detroit, Michigan, and then come back to Houston. And of course, I already bought the connecting flight. It's coming back from Houston back to Austin. So I'm hoping this one does not cancel. Because if it cancels again, I'm broke. I am not only broke, but I have money laying around between 2 airlines or 2 travel agencies that have refused to give me my money back. And I've already called the bank, and the bank reassures me. He said, we're going to try to get the money back, and if we don't get the money back, we will credit you your money back to the card. So I feel better, knowing that at least I have not lost all my money. But be careful with Cheapoair and Booking.com. They will rip you off. They will rip you off, and they won't use Vaseline. They'll do it dry. Anyways, that is my complaint between these people right now. And as far as I know, the third ticket that I bought was with ASAP tickets. Up to now, I haven't heard, and I've been monitoring the emails. I haven't seen any cancellations yet. Everything's running smooth. A few more weeks, and I'll be able to board that plane and take off to my well-deserved vacation that I haven't had since COVID-19 started. So we'll see what happens. To you all, be very careful. Stay away from people that might have COVID. Don't have a safe week.